We're gonna play 21 questions.
You got 21 questions for me?
Yeah, but it's gonna be fast.
Oh, I gotta think quick. Okay.
Yeah. It's like a fast break type of deal.
Okay, let's get it.
So, first you said you were inside of St. Louis 2 years ago. What do you love most about St. Louis?
The thing I love most about St. Louis, to me, is the people.
Yeah.
They feel very. It's almost like Southern people in the city, because there's a Southern thing here, and I think that's probably because like our moms and dads or whatever, when they came from the South, a lot of them came here to St. Louis because obviously the Arch is the midway and sort of the gateway to the liberation at that time, and I feel like there's a Southern vibe here that I just connect with.
Yeah. You said you're for the next 3 nights at Helium.
Yes.
What can folks expect from your show since we haven't seen you in 2 years?
You haven't seen me in 2 years. Bill Bellamy is the funniest comedian alive. Like literally, like I no smoke. Like, yeah, I'm telling you, can't nobody out joke me. I'm him. I've been him. I stay him all day, every day. You can ask anybody out here. I built this. Huh? I'm stupid, man.
Who would you say has been the favorite character that you played on film, and why?
Well, I would say How to Be a Player, and let me tell you why. Because every guy for my whole life has come up to me and said, "Man, that's my favorite movie," and that character Dre is sort of like every guy's dream, to be able to have everything in one day. Like you can have everything. It's like going to the candy store. What you want? You want the fish. You want the Mike and Ike's. You can have some Now Laters. You can have some M&Ms, and you can have a Reese's Pieces all in a day. Nice.
So you coined the phrase booty call, and I saw you on the Jennifer Hudson show, and you were telling her about how you came up with that phrase because during that time you couldn't say bad stuff and bad words on TV and on radio, and so you figured out a creative way
to say
it. Why is it so important that comedians have that type of versatility, to be able to transform their content into something else for particular audiences?
Well, you have to be able to do that if you want to be successful. Like, you have to adjust your sauce so that people can, basically digest it. Like jokes can be very, very funny, and they can inform people, and they could just like go, "Oh my God, that's so clever," right? And so back then, the only place where you could be absolutely free to say whatever you wanted was cable TV, because cable was like, you could say whatever, do whatever. But on national broadcast television, you cannot. That joke, they're gonna cut it. They'll cut it. And I didn't want my jokes to get cut, so I was like, let me figure out a funny way to say this where it's like they get it and they go, "Oh my God!" So Booty Call came out of just being creative with wordplay. Yeah.
I feel like that's a big part of comedy. I talk to a lot of rappers, and they are always referencing comedy bits and movies like Life inside their rhymes. But I also see in comedy there's just as much wordplay as there is in music.
And like I trip off of how like people like Nicki Minaj or who else referenced me in it? Lil B referenced me. Also Eric Sermon, and the line that Nicki Minaj said, "What you think I'm a player? I ain't Bill Bellamy." You know what I mean? Like how does like a movie or embody the culture in such a way that it's a reference point? That's what's so dope about wordplay.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And speaking of music, you were one of the first MTV VJs. What was the transition like going from VJ into more focusing on your acting career?
It was not a hard transition. It was just calculated because being on a platform as a host, people think that's all you can do. They're like, "Oh my God, he's so good. He just interviewed Tupac. He just interviewed Janet Jackson. And he's doing this thing with Whitney Houston. So this guy is definitely going to be a talk show host, right?" And then I was like, but what was so funny, when I was interviewing people, I was going, "Man, I want to be in a movie." Like I'm interviewing them and I'm admiring them because they're coming to me to blow up and promote their movie, but I'm admiring them because I'm like, "Yo, you doing something that I'm not doing." Like I would love for someone to interview me as an actor and say, "Oh, this guy, he just killed it in this movie." So that's why I was like, I got to learn how to be that guy. I want to get interviewed. I'm tired of doing all the interviewing. I want to be interviewed as a star. That was my aspiration.
I love that. I love that. Speaking of movies, you have a new film that's getting ready to drop, A Worst Christmas Ever.
Yeah.
When did you first get a chance to check out the script, and what made you want to sign on to the project?
When I got the script, I read the script in like 2 hours, not even that long. I just went through it. I didn't let nothing bother. And I liked the feeling of the movie. And what I liked about it was family and how, this guy's a really good dad and he's just in a conundrum with his emotions. He's still in love with his ex, but he's trying to move forward. He wants to be with his kids. Maybe this might be the last traditional Christmas for them to be together because they're both going their separate ways. I was like, that's real life though. You know what I'm saying? That's like some real stuff. So I was like, all right, I like this. And then I saw the role for me where I play Larry Van, and Larry is BJ's best friend, older guy who is like, big bro, you know what I'm saying? And I've been married for like 30 years. So I've been with my wife forever. And I'm like Mr. Advice, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, man, you better go see your kids, bro. I don't care what you're talking about. Figure it out. But this is the holidays and you sacrifice for you. You love your babies? Yes. All right, then there's nothing to talk about. I'm that guy.
So it had a lot of relatability.
Yeah, a lot of heart to it. It's stuff that the holidays, people are going to be home and they're going to want to watch something really good and they can watch with their family. I just wanted to try something different that I thought would be like funny and be like, yo, be okay, because I killed it. So I killed it. Ain't nothing to talk about.
Speaking of family, like I said, you and your wife have been together 30 years.
No, 24.
24 years.
In June, it'll be 25.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are there any family holiday traditions that you're looking forward to as Christmas and Thanksgiving
I'm always
comes up?
looking forward to Thanksgiving and Christmas and my kids' birthdays, obviously, because I've never missed their birthdays. I always make sure I'm there for their birthday. And then, now that my kids are, older, them coming home for Thanksgiving is going to mean more because they don't live at home anymore. So they coming home. That's like, oh my God, we got the house back. It's going to be loud. It's going to be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. You've had a extensively successful career since you first started.
Yes.
At this juncture in your life, what is the definition of success to you?
Happiness. Success is happiness. Being able to do what you want to do, being able to do what you love, being able to be creative, being loved by your fans, like, being able to get interviewed by you, because you're a testament to that I've done the work. So if I'm ever doubting myself or whatever, I can look and say, oh my God, like I did a lot of stuff from a dream. What? This was in my mind 30 years ago. I didn't even know I could do this. I didn't know I could come to St. Louis and people sell out all my shows. Like, how did I become a star like this? It still tripped me out sometimes when I think about it. I'm grateful, actually. Grateful.
I love that. I love that. Have you ever thought about what your life would be like if you didn't pursue your dream? Because you were in college when you first started, and
I would be so disappointed in me.
Yeah.
I'd be mad. Why did I not take a chance on me? That would be the biggest regret ever. Like all the stuff that I couldn't have seen myself doing. You got to understand, dreams are courageous. You feel me? Because especially if you let your environment dictate how you feel about yourself. I remember being in school, in college at Rutgers, and I was dating this girl at the time, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna be a movie star. She said, how are you gonna be a movie star? I said, I don't know. I'm gonna be a movie star. I just want to be in the screen. I'd taken her to the movies. And I was in awe of how big the screen was, right? So I'm sitting there like this, and I'm looking at the screen, and I was like, man, I want to be in the screen. That's badass. Like to be in that screen, looking at the people. I said, yo, I'm gonna get in that screen. She was like, I don't know how you gonna do that. I was like, I will.
And it happened.
And it happened, yeah.
I want to get into some fan questions that some people submitted to me when I told them I was interviewing Bill Bellamy today. They got
questions?
The fans had some questions for you. Somebody wanted to know, what do you miss the most about comedy and film culture from the 90s?
Oh my God, all the sitcoms. and all the movies that was dropping every summer. Like in the 90s, we was on a roll. Being black was sexy. Being black was dope. Being black was hip hop. We had Fridays coming out, Love and Basketball coming out. We had Martin on TV. We had the Steve Harvey Show. We had Jamie Foxx. Like it was so many good, funny, and Live in Color. Just think about all that. That was a movement. And we had How to Be a Player, Love Jones, the brothers. You know, I'm just throwing my shit in.
Speaking of Love Jones, somebody asked, what was it like being the villain of Love Jones? Because you low key tried to steal Darius.
I was low key. That wasn't nothing low key about Hollywood. Hollywood was something else. It was fun because I had not had a role that I was the bad guy. You know, at that point, I never had a bad guy role. And it was so crazy how people was mad at me about that movie. Oh, Bill Bellamy, that's wrong, Bill. You don't do that to your best friend. That's your best friend, girl, yo. And that's how people do, because envy make you do dumb stuff. And he was an envious character, so I just leaned into envy.
He was envious, but he definitely was memorable.
Yes.
Definitely was memorable.
You got like a bad taste in your mouth. Yes. You definitely remember him.
What are your 3 favorite hobbies to do when you're not working?
3 favorite hobbies: basketball, video games. 3rd one, working out. I love working out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say life imitates art, or does art imitate life?
Yeah, that's a good one, huh? I say art imitates life. Yeah. I think the art creates the life, so to speak. I think you're right. Yeah.
Have you ever bombed a comedy set?
Of course. If there's not one comedian, if he tell you he never bombed, he's a lie. Everybody done bombed. Now, how bad did I bomb? It was pretty bad. It was bad. I ain't had my stuff together at all. I got up there and got scared and forgot what I was supposed to say. They thoroughly booed me. Don't tell nobody.
Do you feel like cancel culture is going away?
It's a wave. I think things go in cycles, and I think right now we're coming out of it. I hope we are, and especially for comedians, because we need the liberty to be able to massage the culture and the words and the this, that, and the other, and what's really going on. I feel like comedians, we are the voice of the people, just in comedy. We saying what's going on. We saying how we feel. Like if you go back right now and you look at 20 Def Jam sets, you can know what was going on in the culture. Rodney King, white versus black, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Like the comedy, we are the orators of the culture.
I love that. I definitely agree. Who are your top 3 comedians of all time who have influenced you?
It's pretty easy for me. If we go in 3, I'm good. I'm going with Richard Pryor, Bill Cosby, and Eddie Murphy.
You checked out Eddie's Netflix special yet?
No, I'm gonna watch it. I just been seeing the trailer. Like he's my like one of my heroes. So I got to see his story, because anything he do, I just bug out laughing. He's so funny to me. Like Eddie Murphy made me feel like you can do it. Like you can just be really, really funny and be something. You don't have to be just goofy. Like just being funny. You know, being funny is a talent. It's a gift. Like he made me realize that someone that looked like me could just be hilarious, and it's all right to be funny.
Last question. Do you have any regrets in your career?
No. Do I have any regrets in my career? No, not really. I feel like everything fell into place that it was supposed to. I was very patient. I was very meticulous about choosing the things that I would do and the things I will not do. So I was always very, very I want to say calculated about what I wanted to represent. I always wanted to represent us in a positive way, and by us I mean my people, black men. I always wanted another brother to look at me and say, I could be like Bill Bellamy. I can make it. Like I always wanted to represent. You know, at first it was just like brown brothers like me. You know what I'm saying? Like we was catching flack. You know what I'm saying? You know, we wasn't getting no love until Blade came out. They had Blade came. Then we had New York Undercover. we start getting some Chocolate Brothers on TV. I said, all right, we good. And so I was like, I'm you know, I want to represent every dude at the barbershop kind of thing, you know. That's all.
I love that. We're going into 3 nights at Helium starting tonight.
Turned up.
Anything else you want to say to St. Louis before we wrap it
love
up?
Hey, first of all, St. Louis, I love you back. The love is real. I'm gonna always come to y'all city, man. Y'all do it so right here. And this is the right time of year. Look, I can wear a little thin jacket because I'm getting the hell out of here by December. It's gonna be cold in here.